George.
Of course. Absolute zero.
What? What is with all these books?
I stopped having sex.
Hello, and welcome to Seincast, a retrospective on all 180 episodes of Seinfeld, being hosted by two guys who can barely run their own lives. My name is Vinnie.
My name's Matt.
Curb, Season 9, October 1st,
It's
Wheels
official.
in Motion.
There's a tagline of sorts for this season, which is, he left, he did nothing, he returned. And Larry is dressed up as, kind of like Julius Caesar. He's got the robe, the, what's the thing called? The little crown of leaves? What do you call that thing?
Let's call it Crown of Leaves.
Okay, crown of leaves. Yeah, he looks great. And, I was thinking, this goes all the way back to, I think season 4, season 5, whenever we started watching it in college. I love the new theme each season.
Yeah, there's one, the Statue of Liberty one, when he goes to New York. There's the Many Faces of Larry David, where there's, various body types, and then his head is on each one.
But this year, very appropriate, Larry as Julius Caesar. I thought there'd be like a knife in his back, or I don't know, something. Maybe that's too on the nose. But
no, but I do like the spin me again. Go ahead.
Oh, it's great. Yeah, actually, you know what? We should play a little.
It's 30 seconds.
Audio
what do you
here.
got to lose?
That was good. Let's go around again. That's fun.
But yeah, looking forward to the newest season of Curb, Vinny. I'm sure we'll find a way to talk about it some way or another on Seinfeld.
Maybe. Sure. Yeah.
Recently, though, last Sunday, just a couple of days ago, CNN premiered their new series on the 90s. And the first episode is all about TV of the 90s.
Okay.
And I was very excited to check it
promising.
out. Yes, see what kind of Seinfeld material they got. And I think they spent, I don't know, about 5 minutes or so talking. Oh. That's actually generous. Maybe it was like 2 or 3 minutes talking about Seinfeld. And they played some clips from, the contest, the Chinese restaurant. But we got a few interviews with Peter Melman, Larry Charles, Warren Littlefield, the author of Seinfeldia, Jennifer Armstrong. So it was kind of cool to see, Seinfeld represented in this decade of some of the most incredible, TV shows of all time. So
I did not watch the 90s special. Any revelations put out there? Anything that we didn't already know? Or
Nah. Yeah, it's not that kind of show.
No. Okay.
Especially, these each decade from the 60s, 70s, and 80s, the first episode, I think, is usually the TV episode. Mm-hmm. And I think those are usually the worst ones because it just is sort of like a, hey, remember this moment? Mm-hmm. Hey, remember this great episode? There's no real substance to it. Seinfeld is featured in the opening of the show, though, which is pretty cool. Mm-hmm. But, just seeing those guys being interviewed, Peter and Larry and Warren and Jennifer.
Mm-hmm. And Jake and Allison.
It made me realize, God, I wish we could have this, I don't know, 2-3 hour long documentary just taking us through the series. It would be great to check in with all these people.
Yes, it would. Speaking of the 90s, Matt,
Yes.
I came home. The past couple nights I've been coming home from work, and I was like, I want to put in Hulu, and I want to do throwback to some old Seinfeld eps. Mm-hmm. So why not start with the greats? I put in season 4, and I started watching The Trip, and man, it's amazing watching these season 8 episodes, and then flipping right back to season 4, and it is I think a stark contrast to just the way the show was laid out, the pacing and everything made me appreciate season 4 even more. But also, I kind of had a little bit of love for the late episodes too.
Oh, sure.
But it was kind of jarring to hop in and have Jerry and George go back and forth. Oh, well, George is an idiot. And then Jerry does that point at him. You know what I'm saying?
Don't get smart.
Exactly. But it was good stuff.
Yeah, it's night and day, but it's I don't know. That's kind of the theme from this season 8 discussion. How I don't know. We're learning to appreciate these later seasons, even though we kind of rank them near the bottom initially. I don't know.
Although I got news for you, Matt. Today's episode, I am not liking, loving. I am loving today's episode. We are discussing the 9th episode of season 8, The Abstinence, written by Stephen Coren. Sound familiar? Directed by Andy Ackerman and originally aired November 21st, 1996.
Right on. Yeah, Stephen Coren. I'm like, that name sounds so familiar.
Mm-hmm. He's one of the Van B boys, right?
Yeah, from the Van Buren Boys episode here. Well, I'm sure we'll talk about it in the next month or so.
He always wanted to be an architect, I think.
Yep, he has a solid GPA of 2.0. Yeah, this is the guy that kind of looks like a young George Costanza that his scholarship is turned down and he joins the Van B Boys. So I'm glad they got to use his name. But this is his first episode for Seinfeld. He'll come back to write The English Patient, The Serenity Now, The Dealership, and he is one of several writers on the Puerto Rican Day. Out of those, let's say other than Puerto Rican Day, because I think most people hate that episode, out of this one, English Patient, Serenity Now, and Dealership, which one are you the biggest fan of? Can you figure that out now?
Sure, I'll try my best. Having going if you had asked me this yesterday, having not recently watched The Abstinence, I would have said, "Oh, The Dealership, Putty, it's George, I'll walk right out here right now." But damn, is The Abstinence such a wonderful first entry into Stephen Coren's Seinfeld career? So right as of now, I'm saying The Abstinence is my favorite.
I'm so glad to hear you feel that way, because over the past couple of weeks, I wondered if you were going to be a little cool on season 8. You love the episodes, but you would never heap praise on them the way you seem to be doing this week.
It might be today. Yeah, I was chuckling while watching the episode and just really appreciating everything that was coming out. And maybe it helped that there's some nice bloopers to come out of this episode, as well as a nice commentary with Stephen, Jerry, and Andy Ackerman. And they were having a ball watching the episode, and it made it even more enjoyable for me.
Very surprised by all of the cameos we got this week from like side characters and
and major celebrities.
Yeah, that too. Well, before Seinfeld, Steve Coren worked on SNL. He actually was an NBC page when he used to hand notes to Letterman and Dennis Miller. That eventually got him the job on SNL. He hopped over to Seinfeld. And since Seinfeld, he's actually written a lot of comedies in the 90s and early 2000s. Night at the Roxbury, Superstar, Bruce Almighty, Click.
Okay.
So yeah, pretty good track record. He was inspired to write the character Ben Galvin. Is that his name?
Well, the script says one thing, and then Elaine pronounces it differently. So we might have to debate on that.
Okay. Well, Dr. Ben, that was based on a friend of Steve's who apparently could never pass the final test to become a doctor. And it kind of became like a running joke where Steve would make fun of him. Eventually, I think he passed and he became a doctor. But this character of Ben, though, got me wondering, you being a pharmacist, did you ever struggle taking tests or, jumping through certain hoops to become a pharmacist?
In the same way that Ben struggled, I was very concerned about these exams and, Vinny's still trying to get out of pharmacy school. This is the third time he's, I thought about that, but luckily I did make it on, I got in on my first try taking the PCAT, which is the entrance exam. And then I also did pass my licensing exam on the first try. So I was concerned. And you also have to take a law exam too. So, but yes, this did going into these tests, Ben did cross my mind.
Well, like we mentioned earlier, Vinny, a lot of guest stars this week, several cameos. But I thought at this point we could talk about the one and only Jackie Chiles. Yes. This is Jackie's last appearance on Seinfeld until the finale. And in fact, The Abstinence is Phil Morris's favorite episode. Behind the finale, of course, since he features so heavily into it.
It's palpable, the relationship, or at least the chemistry between Jackie Chiles and Kramer, I found in the scenes in this particular episode. So it makes sense that this would be Phil Morris's favorite episode.
Right. And, excluding the finale, I'm glad he got a proper send-off like this because last time we saw him, it was just a cameo during the credits. And, Cosmo Kramer, I want nothing to do with him.
Right.
But this one, it feels like we're getting back to, when we met him the first time in the Maestro. Very giddy. Yeah. There's even that moment where it's like, could you repeat that? Or, like those little, like, Jackie Childs.
Yeah, they gave him some great one-liners in this episode. Real treats.
It also ends in a cab, just like, who told you to put the bomb on? Who told you to have a powwow? It's all coming full circle, which is great. And, speaking of Phil Morris, we're actually going to meet him in a couple of weeks now at the Brooklyn Cyclone Seinfeld night on August 5th. Very excited about that.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be great. I don't think we're going to have any time to ask him any questions or
probably not
or the such, but I can't wait just to get a photo with him and we can add it to our photo with Steve Heitner and John O'Hurley. It'll be great.
Keep going.
Now here's a huge Matt moment for you, Vinny. We haven't even started talking about the episode, but
oh boy,
Phil Morris has some interview clips on the DVDs, and he shared an interesting little story. Growing up, being named Phil Morris or Philip Morris, he was constantly made fun of and ridiculed for having, the same name as, the big tobacco industry. Okay. And apparently when they filmed this episode and Jackie gets to say that line, like the tobacco companies, I've wanted a piece of them for years. He apparently took a lot of pride in that because that was sort of like this personal revenge moment where he's like, finally I can go after these, these companies or the industry as a whole for, sharing the same name. But yeah, I never made the connection. Because I always call him Phil Morris, not Philip Morris.
I will join you in this Matt moment because I too did not make that connection.
Mm-hmm. But also speaking of the DVDs, Phil tells a great story about the Jackie Childs inspiration of Johnny Cochran. And I think we brought this up back in the Maestro, how Phil and Johnny used to go to the same barbershop in LA. Tell me if we talked about this, Vinny. Apparently, like, the future of the Jackie Childs character after Seinfeld did not sit well with Johnny Cochran.
Okay.
Apparently, Johnny loved the impression and the character on Seinfeld, but once Seinfeld ended and Phil Morris was still doing the character, Johnny apparently had some issues with that.
Well, I've known Johnny Cochran since I was a little kid. We've gone to the same barbershop in LA since I was about 7 or 8 years old. Now, here we are, 6 or 5 or 4 episodes down the line. I hadn't seen him yet. I hadn't seen Johnny yet. So I walk into the barbershop, and there's a guy laid back in the chair getting his face done. I don't see who it is. And so then they take the towel off the face, and they prop the chair up, and there's Johnny. And there's me. He stands up, he gives me a huge hug. Man, you're so funny, I love you, you're crazy, you're incredible, ha ha. Right? That was that day. Then I was given the opportunity to do a few Honda spots that the Coen brothers had actually developed with an eye towards Jackie being the denouement of this whole thing. So I do these ads. And I think then Johnny started to get worried that not only was Jackie becoming very popular, he was performing in a way that commented on Johnny's behavior, and not always flatteringly, not always in the most positive of lights. So I actually received a letter from his office asking me almost to cease and desist this performance because of how it might impact Johnny Cochran Esquire's legal career. As though, come on, man.
So, maybe understandable. I don't know, but
yeah, I could see that.
Mm-hmm. I thought that was interesting because I always thought that, Johnny never had a problem with the character of Jackie Childs. But I guess after a while, it's like, all right, let's put this to bed.
Did he mess with Johnny, Jerry? That's got to make for some awkward haircuts following Seinfeld after you get that cease and desist letter.
All right, let's get started with the first scene of the episode. We're on a stoop somewhere. I don't know whose apartment this is. Jerry and George, they're just sitting outside, and we have a little scenario to kick off the episode.
Yeah, apparently Jerry and George are flying over the Andes. Why are they doing that? Soccer game in Chile.
Yeah. Oh, they're with Kramer as well.
Yeah, the plane crashes. Who are you going to eat to survive, Jerry? Go. And Jerry, without hesitation, Kramer. And George seems to be a little
bit. What about me?
Yeah, George is a little taken aback. So fast? I'm plump. I'm juicy. Why Kramer? Jerry's justification is spot on. Kramer's got more muscle, higher protein content. It's better for you. And George is so offended. Well, I'd eat you. And Jerry
I'm your best
placates
friend.
him. Exactly. Well, that's very nice, I guess. But there's this great joke. Jerry says, look, if other people are having some, I'll try ya. And George is eating like a Danish of some sort.
I thought it was a pretzel, maybe. Yeah,
pretzel.
yeah.
He's picking off something. I couldn't quite make it out. But Jerry says, can I have a piece of that? And George quickly says, no. And that's where this cold open ends.
I got to say, this opening has nothing to do with the episode, but I like how quick it is. Mm-hmm. And I like that it features Jerry and George. I prefer these two opening up each episode than anyone else.
Okay, yeah, we've previously seen Kramer and Newman open up a show. Mm-hmm. There have been some other Jerry and George ones. This one, for some reason, is among the more memorable of the cold opens in the past 2 seasons, and it's one of my favorites. Mm-hmm. And I like how it kind of touches on all of the Seinfeld isms. You got George's neuroses, his insecurities, Jerry's fastidiousness. And I just love how quickly Jerry it's like Jerry has already thought about this before they even talked about it. Kramer. And there was actually some deleted dialogue in the scene, which I think would have worked well. Jerry asks George, what about Elaine? And George's response is, she doesn't play soccer. Soccer. So pretty good cold open.
So there's no way Elaine's on this plane flying through the Andes. And that kind of connects with the butter shave. Newman going after Kramer, eating him.
That's true.
And not only that storyline, but in the scene, Kramer's in the hot tub, and it's boiling. His skin is all brown. Newman's sitting there watching him, bathe himself. I think he has a, what do you call it? Like a turkey baster.
Oh, yeah. And he's got a lacrosse stick, too, to stir the butter.
Of course. And Newman's sitting there reading Alive, which just ties into the cannibalism. So
now we're cooking.
No, Kramer's cooking. All right, next scene, we're in George's apartment. He's sitting on his couch with his girlfriend, Louise, and getting the news that, George, I can't have sex. She has a mono.
Nucleosis.
Hopefully that won't be a problem for you.
No. So how long is this not going to be a problem for me?
I love when George goes, nucleosis. It's just so, I don't know, so irritating.
I think George is a little bit learned, so he knows. But, it's she already said mono. What other mono stereo? What other kind of mono would it be?
Did you ever have mono?
I once thought I had mono for an entire year, but it just turned out I was really bored. 15-9.
Nicely done.
That is Tamara Bick, who plays Louise. 16 credits to her name on IMDb. Most notable one that I saw was a couple episodes of Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Place.
Getting back to mono here real quick, Vinny. This ties into our early days at Michigan State. I actually got mono. I don't know if you remember that, but do you remember this? Seems like it's news to you.
Refresh my memory.
Oh my God, I can't believe it. So I probably got mono from someone at college at some point.
Back it up, Matt. Start there.
Well, I had no idea what was going on. I was really nauseated, really tired. I couldn't eat, and you don't remember helping me down the stairs and going to the health center, do you? This is wild,
my memory.
Man.
My memory is really terrible.
Oh,
so
man.
I'm actually glad to hear this.
Yeah, I was so nauseated. I couldn't sit up or stand up without wanting to hurl, and I couldn't walk. I was so weak that This is actually, I think, more. This brought us together. I think even more than seeing Jerry, live at the Wharton Center. But I called you up from my dorm room. I'm like, you got to get me to the health center, and you parked your car in the alley. You came upstairs, and I was literally hanging on you as we walked down the flights of stairs to your car.
Wow.
And I had to get, just an IV of saline, whatever.
Yeah.
But it.
Now, was this my year as an RA or the following year?
This is
Do we live on the same?
No, we weren't living on the same floor.
Ah, okay. Oh, so we were already friends by this point. Like
Yeah.
we were established. Oh,
But I don't know.
I'm sorry, I don't remember that.
Oh, my God.
I'm glad it worked out for you.
Yeah, sort of.
Man,
But thanks for giving me mono, Vinny.
you got that straight.
Anyways, next scene, we're in Jerry's apartment, and George is telling him about Louise and how they have to wait apparently 6 weeks until they can have sex, which doesn't seem that difficult. George can do 6 weeks standing on his head. He's like a sexual camel. But without the possibility of having sex, he doesn't know how he can go through with it. If you were in George's situation, Vinny, would you break up with her?
I don't know. I don't want to be one of those guys
What guys?
like us.
Yeah. So Elaine enters, and hey, on the topic of mono, Elaine says, I'm dating a doctor, and he's unattached. And Jerry brings up, hey, I thought this dream of dating a doctor was debunked.
No, it's not debunked. It's totally bunk.
Isn't bunk bad? Like, that's a lot of bunk.
No, something is bunk, and then you debunk it.
What?
Huh?
I think.
Well done, sir.
All right. Yeah, this feels like old Seinfeld.
Yeah.
Focusing on one word, not really sure what it means, and
That word's funny.
ping-pong.
Bunk. Say it over again.
Got me wondering too with Elaine. She's dating a doctor in this episode. Has she ever dated a doctor before?
Dr. Ben Pfeffer? Or at least she had a crush on him.
Yeah,
They didn't actually date.
Okay, good.
Who else you got?
I got Dr. Tongue from the heart attack.
Oh, yes. With the papillae.
So even though, that didn't work out and the thing with Pfeiffer never happened, she always has, been attracted to doctors.
Yep. Even made it into Jerry's stand-up. Men go after, what is it? Women go after doctors like men go after supermodels.
I swear there was another doctor. And
Okay, let's think about this. We'll get this.
I'm thinking the episode when the guy goes to, it's Elaine's old apartment, when she's living with Tina, and he goes to her medicine cabinet and he's like, fungicide? Fungus?
Oh, he's a podiatrist.
Yeah, maybe he is a podiatrist. Oh, yeah. Oh, what doctor? He's a podiatrist.
George got into podiatry school.
Really? And in a sense, I guess Tim Watley could be considered a doctor.
Of course.
Yeah. Sorry to all the dentists out there.
How come Elaine never dated a pharmacist is what I want to know. Get Jerry on the phone right now.
Well, Jerry does get on the phone. He gets a phone call from his manager, Katie, who he last saw in the Diplomats Club. A gig came up for the Dayton Civic Center on Tuesday. Now, that's Ohio, Vinny.
I've heard of Ohio, Matt. That's Deborah Jo Rupp returning as Katie, Jerry's manager, the adorable Deborah Jo Rupp. Love her.
Right, you're a big fan of her from that 70s show, right?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But anyways, Jerry can't make this Dayton Civic Center gig on Tuesday because he's doing career day at his old junior high school. And it takes another 10 seconds for Jerry to end the conversation. He just winds up hanging up on Katie. And as we end this scene, George seems a little offended that their junior high didn't ask him to come to career day, especially since he works for a baseball team that just won the World Series.
And you were integral.
Now, at the top of the scene, we started off with George and Jerry at his video shelf there with all the movies. And George is actually pulling 2 off the shelf, I guess, to watch with Louise later.
Ah.
And it's kind of hard to make out, but I read The American President as well as A Few Good Men.
And wasn't The American President one of the posters featured in one of the movie scenes?
Yeah, and they used clips from The American President for Channel.
Okay. Channel. Pretty cool.
Yeah, and
I
also,
assume those are either Castle Rock or, NBC affiliated films.
Well, actually, American President and A Few Good Men are directed by Rob Reiner.
There you go.
So it makes sense, right, with Castle Rock and
shameless plug, huh?
Yeah, Rob Reiner, you're welcome.
Mm-hmm. Can we put Princess Bride in there too? Come on now.
But I had no reason to bring this up until now, I guess. Child's Play 2 is on the shelf
Nice.
there. And I actually watched all of the Child's Play movies this past weekend.
Oh.
Yeah, as one does. And Grace Zabriskie is in Child's Play 2.
Hey, George's potential in-law.
Mm-hmm. So I thought that was interesting because it's one of those Pretty Woman moments where it's like, Jason is in that, and it's also on Jerry's shelf.
Uh-huh.
A little weird.
Yeah.
But
neat.
Yeah. Anywho, let's cut over to Jerry and George's old high school, the Edward R. Murrow Junior High School. And we start off here with Jerry in the hallway with, I guess, an old teacher of his.
Jerry, it was so nice of you to come down here.
I'm on next, right?
Well, unfortunately, Mr. Amiri from the Bronx Zoo.
The guy with the lizard.
Yes. Well, he started feeding it crickets, and the children just love him. And we're out of time. So, can you come back tomorrow?
I'm getting bumped? You're bumping me from career day?
I gotta say, Matt, this Mrs. Burns, if that is her name, who's played by Megan Faye, one of the best single shot characters, I think. She has like 6 lines, but the yes, that's one of the that cracks me up every time. I love it.
Yeah, she's great. She really nails that teacher vibe,
Mm-hmm. Megan Faye was in La La Land, Barton Fink, Dirty Rotten Scoundrels. Lots of single episodes on current and past TV shows as well. So you've seen her face somewhere.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just looking at my notes here. There is a real Edward R. Murrow High School in Brooklyn. I don't know if that's what this establishing shot is from. It would make sense, but real life Jerry did not go to school there, which kind of sucks. I thought it'd be cool if they were able to find the school that Jerry actually went to, but
I think because he's from Massapequa, was that Long Island?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
good point.
Have to do some traveling, but the children just love him, and we're out of time.
That is a tough trivia question right there. Who is the guy from the Bronx Zoo?
Mr. O'Meary.
Mr. O'Meary, the lizard guy. Well, let's cut over to our next scene here. We're at O'Neill's restaurant, and Elaine is out to eat with her boyfriend, Ben, asking, hey, what's it like to be a doctor? But it turns out Ben is not a doctor yet, actually. He still has to pass his licensing exam. Bad news is, though, he's taken the exam 3 times already, and he still hasn't passed.
But you're basically a doctor. I mean, people do call you doctor.
Well,
can I introduce you as doctor?
Yeah.
All right. That's all I wanted to know. So there it is. There's the motive behind Laney's, want to date a doctor.
I love how direct she is this episode. It's wonderful. It tracks throughout the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Are we gonna have sex or not?
Look it. So there's Bob Odenkirk, who plays Ben. I think we all know him from Breaking Bad. He's currently in Better Call Saul. He's a writer on SNL. Was it Mr. Show? And Porno Gil from Curb Your Enthusiasm, season 1.
Something involving a finger and Tabasco sauce, right?
Yep. Let's leave it at that. Take from it what you will. Some deleted dialogue from this scene, which I think would have been a wonderful back and forth. I'm really sad they took it out. Elaine asks Ben if he can operate. Ben says he can assist. Then Elaine asks, can he prescribe? Ben responds, I can suggest. Finally, Elaine asks, can you diagnose? Ben says, I can assume. So it would have been,
those are great.
3-punch setup. I would have loved it, but very good.
Were you a big fan of like Bob Odenkirk at this time, or did you not really get into him like I think most people did with Breaking Bad?
Yeah, I knew him more from like the Breaking Bad, so I never saw Mr. Show. So yeah, I missed him.
Yeah, I didn't watch Mr. Show when it was on, but it is on Amazon. If anyone missed the boat and wants to check it out, it's still, I think it still holds up with David Cross. But
I think he's beloved now, though, right?
Oh, for sure. I think his popularity has grown. The past 10 years or so. But he was on Mr. Show at this time. So
oh, cool.
I think they were only like in season 1 or 2.
And he's got a brother.
He does. I think Bill Odenkirk.
I thought it was Steve,
who writes for The Simpsons, I think. So. But yeah, Bob Odenkirk is like such a great guest star on this show, and I'm kind of torn. I like his performance this week, but at the same time, I wonder if they could have had like a more memorable character.
Exactly.
For him.
I would agree with you on that statement.
Cool. Well, let's cut over to George's apartment here briefly. He's sitting on the couch with Louise, watching a movie, and tries to touch her leg, but she just says, "Mono," and he takes his hand away. And not sure if this is a continuity error, Vinny, but Louise is on his left, right? Which is good.
Correct.
Because as we knew from, I don't know, was it the Junior Mint or the Implant, something, we know that George can't go left. You know, he can't make a move with his left hand. You know, he likes to go right, so this is good. However, George does put his left hand on her leg.
He does.
So...
That's what he does. That's what he does. So what you're saying is they goofed up.
I don't know. He's on the right, which is what he needs, you know, to make a move with the right hand. But maybe he can only go so far as touch a leg with the left.
Maybe he's trying switch hitting. Perhaps he's trying to be ambidextrous. He's righty, can't go left.
Yeah. Anyways, next day at Monk's, George is telling Jerry about his night with Louise.
It was fantastic, Jerry. We wound up talking all night.
So you're enjoying the not enjoying?
You know, just by conversing, you can really learn a lot about a person.
I'm finding that out.
Hey, buddy. How was career day?
I didn't get on. The lizard guy went long.
You got bumped from career day?
It was a mix-up, I'm sure.
Sounds like they're trying to screw with your head.
Now, why would a junior high school want to screw with my head?
Why does Radio Shack ask for your phone number when you buy batteries? I don't know.
Hey. Come on, what are you doing? You can't smoke in here.
Oh, come on. Hey, take it outside.
Come on, Larry, you know me.
It bothers people, and it's against the law.
You can make all the laws you want. He's still going to bother people.
But they kick you out, too?
Yeah, they kicked us all out.
Here are some great examples of these great lines that come out of this episode. You got bumped from career day. It was a mix-up, I'm sure. And then I think Kramer steals the show with the Radio Shack line. Why does Radio Shack ask for your phone number when you buy batteries? I don't know.
That's up there with the why go to the park and fly a kite when you can just pop a pill.
Exactly. But hey, I got an answer for Kramer as to why Radio Shack asks for your phone number. It's probably because old people steal batteries. I'm looking at you, Uncle Leo.
Very good.
And then I think you've said this a time or two, but come on, Larry, you know me.
I love that delivery. Yeah, come on, Larry, you know me. It's so, there's something about Seinfeld and these little throwaway lines that aren't meant to make you laugh, but they just stick with you.
And we see the final appearance of Lawrence Manley, who is the manager / cook / just enforcer of Monk's. That's the last time we'll see him. So thank you for being with us, Lawrence. And the man that Kramer encounters on the street is none other than Kyle Gass of Tenacious D fame. But he did voice work in Kung Fu Panda. He was on Elf, Shallow Hal, which starred Jason Alexander. Mm-hmm. Familiar face.
This is one of these cameos this week where I'm like, wait, that's him? You know? I'm used to seeing him with Jack Black. So
yeah.
But yeah, great scene. And we're going to kind of kick off this storyline for Kramer. His... I don't know, the cause he's going to take up of defending smokers since, I'm not sure on the dates here, but I think it was under Giuliani that smoking was banned from a lot of restaurants in New York to the point now where I think all but a handful of restaurants have banned smoking.
Thank you, Rudy. Yeah, I guess if they can, isn't there like a law, like if they can show evidence that it's bad for business, they can keep it? Something like that?
Oh, maybe.
That happened in college in Kalamazoo. I went to my first bar that didn't allow smoking, and I was like, "This is what it's like to be in a bar now." Because I think I'd recently turned 21, but I was like, I could go to bars all the time if there's no smoke, because I am like Elaine, and that I too hate smoke.
I hate cigarettes. I'll say though, there's something that I miss about leaving a bar. The next day your clothes have that cigarette smell on them.
Really?
I do
really?
like that. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm not a smoker. I've never smoked, but I do like that smell of going out. I know it's gross, but
that's because you're an idiot.
Okay. Well, Well, let's cut over to the junior high again. Jerry is back for round 2 of career day, and he seems a little on edge. Getting bumped really bruised his ego. He's like, all right, let's just do it. Let's do this. And before Mrs. Burns can bring him into the auditorium, a fire alarm goes off, and all the children start filing out of the building, single file. And Jerry just stands in place to Mrs. Burns saying, come on, I was promised a slot.
Single file, Jerry. And here's another thing I really like about this episode. The writers really played up Jerry not having a successful career in the past couple seasons.
Yeah.
I just thought it was a great little wrinkle to end the show on.
Mm-hmm. Any opportunity for him to be, just taken down a peg from celebrity set.
Yeah, that he's such a uber megastar, and then here in his show, he's mediocre at best. Mm-hmm. Forgive me if if we already did this one, but when they talk about Jerry doing the executive training program at Bloomingdale's, do we already have
no,
do
that? I think that's coming up.
Okay, so again, they're gonna, maybe comedy. You already had your fun with comedy, and this could be the next wave.
Oh boy! Well,
my career's fine.
Next scene, we're at Jerry's apartment, and he's upset once again about getting bumped. And he gets a phone call from Katie, who says, Jerry, this could be a problem. You get bumped from high schools, trade schools. Next thing you know, Letterman's not returning your calls. which I think is the, I was like, this is the first mention of Letterman, but he was brought up before on the show.
Oh, Susan had a big crush on David Letterman. Of
course. And he had an off-screen cameo of sorts.
And he told George break the Prozacs in half.
Yes. So 2 things are happening in this scene while Jerry's on the phone with Katie, stressing out about his career. You got Kramer. He's running back and forth into the apartment for matches, and then he needs ashtrays. He grabs cereal bowls. Cereal bowls instead. And George, meanwhile, is sitting on the couch working on a Rubik's Cube and getting every answer to Jeopardy correct.
What is Pericles?
Pericles is correct.
Who is Sir Arthur Conan Doyle?
We were looking for who is Sir Arthur Conan Doyle.
What is Borax?
All right.
What is tungsten or wolfram?
We were looking for what is tungsten or wolfram.
Is this a repeat?
No. Just lately, I've been thinking a lot clearer. Like this afternoon, what is Chicken Kiev? I really enjoyed watching a documentary with Louise.
Louise, that's what's doing it. You're no longer preoccupied with sex, so your mind is able to focus.
You think?
Yeah, let's say this is your brain, okay? Now, from what I know about you, your brain consists of 2 parts. The intellect, represented here, and the part obsessed with sex. Now, granted, you have extracted an astonishing amount from this little scrap. But with no sex Louise, this previously useless lump is now functioning for the first time in its existence.
Oh, my God. I just remembered where I left my retainer in 2nd grade. I'll see you later.
Need some more matches.
What is going on in there?
I met some people smoking on the street, so I invited them up to my apartment to smoke.
Why?
Well, somebody had to. Just because a person's a smoker, that doesn't mean he's not a human being.
It doesn't?
Jerry, these people aren't going to let themselves be flicked into the ash bin of society.
Why not?
Well, you can confine them. You can punish them. You can cram them into the corner, but they're not going away, Jerry.
All right.
Yeah.
You see Alex Trebek from the 90s on screen in this clip. And I got to say, we watched Jeopardy the other night. Mm-hmm. This man does not age. But now he's all salt. But damn, he must be eating his kale.
He has to be the most awkward game show host ever, man.
What are you talking about?
During the, they moved the interview to the middle of Single Jeopardy. It used to be right after Single Jeopardy.
I know, I like that.
Every time he interviews people in that show, they tell some sort of story. And if he doesn't know how to talk to them, he's like, good for you. And just moves on to the next one. Or he'll make some weird dad joke or man. He makes me
15 seconds to be affable.
They edit that show, man. I always found him to be so awkward, but I'm glad to know you're watching Jeopardy. We should get in on this and do some little betting on the side.
Check this out. This never happened to me before. I got the final Jeopardy answer correct.
Oh my God! Good for you.
Kelly was very impressed with me that night.
Yeah, there are some nights where it's like very easy, and there's some nights where it's like damn near impossible. I'm like, God Almighty, how do they?
Can you remember another time where another character was watching Jeopardy?
Oh, sure. What is Here Come the Judge? Here Come the Judge.
Okay.
That was Kramer in The Virgin, right?
I'm sorry. It was What is Kramer or Who is Kramer in The Virgin? Oh, here's a trivia question for you. Mm-hmm. This is related to the old Seinfeld episode I was watching the other day. Can you how many characters in the show, and can you name them, sing "She'll Be Coming Around the Mountain"?
What the hell? I don't even know. I guess Kramer would be one, right?
It's out of context. Yeah. Oh, there's one.
She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes.
I thought this one might give you a little bit of trouble because it's not that clear cut.
Well, when did Kramer sing it?
He sang it in The Trip when he's off screen and you see the mirror and it's fogging up and you hear him. Oh my God! She'll be coming around the mountain, and I think he falls and you hear a crash.
Is Newman the other one?
No.
Who?
We just did this one last season, I think. Wait. Oh wait, maybe it's not last season. Jerry says it as he's leaving Monks. Oh, it's been really nice dating you. Allow me to leave a tip.
She'll be coming around the Yes, that is a great question.
Yeah.
Holy cow, that's tough.
I stumped the stumper.
Got stump problems.
Thank you.
I love at the end of that scene how Kramer defends smokers. You know, like they're this forgotten group of people.
You can flick them into the ash bin of society. Jerry's monologue here, I think, was excellent.
Oh, of course, we're glossing over the biggest part of the scene here. Mm-hmm. Basically, George stopped having sex.
Yeah.
And now his brain that was so preoccupied by sex is, actually filling up with information. It's functioning for the first time.
Cue eating that small piece of lettuce. Mm-hmm. I could not help but be reminded of the chess match between Jerry's brain and penis in The Nose Job. I thought this would have been a really good opportunity to have George play a game against his organs. And we should also point out during the commentary, the guys, Andy, Jerry, and Stephen Corrin are kind of chuckling at all the ways they insert it into the episode to make George appear as if he's getting smarter, as if he's becoming this genius. So we have him, killing it at Jeopardy. Now he's also finished a Rubik's Cube. It's back in its original fashion. So we'll keep track of them as they come along.
I feel like the Rubik's Cube is the go-to visual gag to be like, this person's really smart.
He's a Poindexter.
All right, let's go over to Monks here. Elaine and Ben are having lunch.
So when they're handing out those cadavers, do you get to choose whether it's a man or a woman?
I don't know. Dead bodies really gross me out.
Oh, my God.
What's wrong?
Oh, it's Sue Ellen Mischke, this old brawless friend I hate.
Elaine? Hi.
Oh, hi, Sue Ellen.
Oh, Rick, this is an old friend of mine, Elaine Venice. Rick is a periodontist. He does Giuliani's gums.
Well, this is my boyfriend, Dr. Ben Gelfin.
Oh, I'm an intern.
Hey, stop kidding, Ben. He's a doctor. He's a very good doctor.
Carlito's just passed out. Can anyone help?
Oh, what? There's a doctor right here.
No, there's not.
At least tell him what to do.
Like what?
Shouldn't he elevate his legs?
Right. Elevate your legs.
I love Bob's delivery there.
Taking advice from a brawless wonder.
And Sue Ellen and Elaine kind of look at each other. Sue Ellen's like, you're busted.
Yeah, exactly. What lines did you like from this clip here?
Well, I love Bob Odenkirk, so I don't know. Dead bodies really gross me out. Mm-hmm. It's a good one. But it's really about Sue Ellen's line when she introduces her boyfriend.
I think the fact that she refers to Elaine as her old friend, and then she has to get it in there that Rick does Giuliani's gums.
I love that. Just so stupid.
Not that that's a violation of HIPAA or anything, but Rick, this guy Rick is mentioned. We see him on screen. He doesn't have any speaking parts, but that is Randy Carter. He is the first assistant director on Seinfeld. Yeah. And he's got 6 uncredits. Can I call him uncredits?
Sure.
Okay, we're going to call him uncredits. He is the comedy club MC in the Diplomats Club. He is the theater announcer in The Understudy. He's the man in theater in The Gum. And he's going to come back as Elaine's coworker in The Apology. So you hear his voice a lot, and we're going to see him in The Apology. But that's kind of cool that the director, they got to either let him speak or be on screen. Furthermore, he will play himself, or he does play himself, in 2 episodes of the Curb Your Enthusiasm Seinfeld season arc. He plays the first assistant director.
Very nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
He factored into our trivia segment of The Gum because he was the inspiration for Kramer in that episode when Kramer buys or takes charge of the Alex Theater, because the real Alex Theater in LA was one of like Randy's like passion projects, and he would be well, that's not the right term, but he was just obsessed with this old movie theater and the history and the writers came up with Kramer running this theater because of Randy. And if you go to the website for the Alex Theater, Randy Carter is listed on the advisory council.
Oh, nice.
So I guess he still works with him in a sense.
That's very cool, man. We were talking earlier about we couldn't quite pinpoint Ben's last name because we always like to point out characters that do have last names. In the script, it says Ben Gelfin, but then I also heard Galvant. What is it? What would you accept in a trivia answer for an ID round?
Those are pretty close, especially if it's just based on audio. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to do some quick Google searching here if something turns up.
I've always thought it was Gelfin.
Gelfin. Okay. I might say Gelvant, but
Gelvint. Okay.
Yeah, jury's still out, I guess.
Is anybody still listening?
So we have is this the first or second cameo? Well, I guess we had Katie, another returning guest star. Got Brenda Strong again as Sue Ellen Mischke. Larry, the cook. We're going to get a few more. So 3 for 3. Pretty cool. We're only not even halfway yet.
And we also hear of somebody in that clip. We also hear of somebody else who is related to the Seinfeld universe. Judy Kerr is the woman who says, "Carlito's passed out. Can anyone help?" She worked as a dialogue coach on Seinfeld as well as the Michael Richards Show. She also has 3 uncredits as well in The Soup Nazi, The Secret Code, and The Summer of George. She plays woman. Look out for her.
There was a moment at the end of that clip I meant to bring up to tie in with Ben, but where he goes, elevate your legs. I wanted someone to be like, yeah, you raise the feet, get blood to the head. No, you raise the head, you get blood to the feet.
I like that, sir. Who put cookies in his mouth?
Cookies? So Carlito, probably the busboy, passed out. And later on, Elaine is dropping off some flowers for him. And Larry's confused. I thought your boyfriend was a doctor.
Oh, he is. Kind of. I mean, I call him doctor.
And this is when Elaine turns to leave, and she sees George in the back booth. And what a ridiculous image this is. It's like,
oh, yeah, here we go. More genius.
George's table is covered in these huge, thick textbooks, and he's poring over one of them.
Of course! Absolute zero!
What's with all the books?
I stopped having sex. He does a little bit of the Larry David, like stop. I'm in the middle of something. Did you notice that?
Yeah, he almost gives her the horns, from
the metal horns,
the Breakfast Club. Yeah. Some of our listeners wrote in about this, which blew my mind. We're not the most eagle-eyed podcast hosts. We miss a lot of stuff from time to time. But there's a menu, at Monk's, towards the back, at the end of the counter, and it's pretty hard to make out. I watch the DVD version. Do you do Hulu or?
I do. Oh, I do DVD version as well.
Okay, so the resolution isn't the best, But a lot of listeners sent us this screen grab where you can get a clear shot of the menu when Larry and Elaine are talking. And it's pretty standard, really. You got like, I don't know, salad selection, breakfast. But under burgers and fries, there is something on the menu. Do you see this here?
I do.
It's called a double chili bitch burger.
Okay. I think people are going to need to see this to believe it, Matt.
Sure, I'll include a screen grab in our show notes, but those kids with the spray paint, I don't know what happened here. If someone did it. Yeah, that seems like a Paco thing to do. But you wonder, if a crew member did this and thought, no one's going to notice.
So what you're saying is next time we go to Tom's, we should order the double chili bitch burger and see what they bring us.
I brought you a chili bitch burger. It's not even on the menu.
Oh, this is fabulous.
Let's cut over to Jerry's apartment. We're in the hallway. Kramer has turned his apartment into a smoker's lounge, and he's hosting, complete with cigar and smoker's jacket. The hallway is just filled with smoke as people are coming and going from his place.
And can I interrupt you right there?
Sure.
Jerry enters at this point, and there was going to be a line where Jerry says, "This whole hallway stinks." And Kramer says, "Oh, I just had a garlic bagel." Which, that I think is so perfect and such a clever line. Because, the hallway's just riddled with smoke. And that's the thing that Kramer thinks smells and is funking up the hallway is a garlic bagel. I love it. Sorry it didn't make it in.
Maybe he got that from H&H. Never thought I'd live to see the day. So as Jerry arrives home, Katie catches up with him and tells him, "Hey, I got good news for you." She got him an assembly. 2 hours in front of an entire junior high, grades 6 through 8. That's 6th grade, 7th grade.
I understand.
And it's already in the school paper. They canceled Rick James.
Super freak?
Yes. Poor Rick James. But let's move over to Elaine's apartment here. She's quizzing Ben from his medical books, and he's not getting anything right. Metabolic acidosis.
No, hypokalemia, not metabolic acidosis. Duh.
Elaine's doing great this episode.
Yes, she is.
Ben gives up, never going to pass. And Elaine has a plan, though. They'll just stop having sex.
And she's saying it as she's walking out of the room so casually.
It's interesting, though, that she would find Ben sponge-worthy at this point,
Yeah, I guess her screening system kind of went to shizzle.
Yeah. Look at me being withholding.
I knew you were going there, and I loved every minute of it.
All right. Let's get over to a very, very memorable scene here. We're at Yankee Stadium. For the first and only time, we're actually at home plate. And there's George with 2 Yankees. Who do we got?
We got Bernie Williams and Derek Jeter.
Derek Jeter looking very young.
I believe this was shortly after his rookie year.
Wow.
So, yeah. And it's amazing. Jeter just retired past couple years, so you can, the show is aging, because I've always thought of Derek Jeter as this young, happening baseball player, but now he's already retired. They just retired his number the other day.
Well, in this scenario, you got Bernie Williams, Derek Jeter standing next to George while George is, I don't know if there's a pitcher or a machine, but he's giving them tips on, how to hit home runs.
Guys, hitting is not about muscle. It's simple physics. Calculate the velocity v in relation to the trajectory t, in which g, gravity, of course, remains a constant. It's not complicated.
Now, who are you again?
George Costanza, assistant to the traveling secretary.
You're the guy who put us in that Ramada in Milwaukee.
You want to talk about hotels? Or you want to win some ball games?
Hey, we won the World Series.
In 6 games.
What an excellent little scene. I can't get over the hubris, the ego of George talking to 2, MVP caliber players here and telling them how to hit.
And
6 games.
That smirk, which is so infamous online now. I mean, the
there's
mileage.
GIFs, there's memes.
Oh, it's insane. It's everywhere.
And did you notice the scenes are quite quick in transition, like very quick cuts? We just had that little scene with Elaine and Ben. Now this one, and then we're going to jump to another quick scene. Like bam, 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 bam.
I usually number the scenes out, and I'm going to cut to the end of the episode. I have 26 scenes, but I didn't count those little moments like when George put his hand on Louise's leg.
Mono.
Yeah, little things like that. So we might have as many as 30 cuts this episode.
Also, regarding the scene, Wade Boggs was included in the original script. He was also going to be there, but he wasn't able to make it due to, I think, a scheduling conflict. So they would have had a third Yankee there.
Wade Boggs from the Dukes of Hazzard?
No, that's Boss Hogg. Nice.
You know what I'm doing there?
All these shows are kind of infiltrating Seincast, which is kind of nice.
I've been watching a lot. I've been watching a lot of It's Always Sunny. I'm into Frasier now. Did I tell you that?
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, I'm in Frasier.
No, you didn't tell me that.
We're enjoying that. We watch a couple episodes each night. So I'm
Saturday, it's scrambled eggs. Ha! That's what I'm talking about.
I'm branching out from Seinfeld a little bit.
Was it Paul O'Neill who split his pants? They mentioned Wade Boggs in The Chaperone, but I forget.
Oh yeah. Right.
Paul O'Neill split his pants. But I think Wade Boggs maybe had an errant throw or something. But he is referenced, I believe, in the Chaperone episode.
Well, very memorable scene, maybe the most memorable from the episode. We'll see when we get to the end. But we get an act break here, and we come back to Monk's. Jerry is finishing up his assembly speech for George and Elaine.
So if you like to tell jokes, and you love to make people laugh, stand-up comedy may be the career for you. Thank you.
9 minutes.
Nice pause and judgmental look by George and Elaine.
That's great. Yeah, Jerry is again stressing out. How the hell is he going to fill 2 hours? And George says, hey, I can help. Let the kids see a real live Yankee.
And give you the chance to see some real disappointed kids.
I love that line. So the waitress stops by to take their order, and George detects an accent. So he breaks into some Portuguese and orders, I think, coffee and, oh man, un salad a la grande. I don't know. That's like a huge salad or a large salad.
Okay.
I'm
one of
not
those
sure.
Above average salads.
Yeah, like not a medium sized.
Puffy.
Puffy salad? I can't think of the right word.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, Elaine and Jerry are taken aback by George's new skill, speaking Portuguese.
Portuguese?
Yeah, my cleaning lady is Portuguese. I must have picked it up.
How come he's getting so smart? I stopped having sex with Ben 3 days ago, and I don't know no Portuguese.
Are you all right?
I don't know. It's the last couple of days, my mind has been kind of, not good.
Wait a second. I know what's happening. The no sex thing's having the reverse effect on you.
What? What are you talking about?
To a woman, sex is like the garbage man. You just take for granted the fact that anytime you put some trash out on the street, a guy in a jumpsuit's gonna come along and pick it up. But now, no sex. It's like a garbage strike. The bags are piling up in your head. The sidewalk is blocked. Nothing's getting through. You're stupid.
I don't understand.
Exactly.
You're stupid.
Jerry is delightful this week, isn't he? He seems to be very quick on the uptake. He's able to pinpoint exactly what's going on with George, and then now hear exactly what's going on with Elaine, and a clever little analogy to boot.
Mm-hmm. Oh, God, Elaine has so many great lines. How come he's getting so smart? I stopped having sex with Ben 3 days ago, and I don't know no Portuguese.
She is very good at playing the dum-dum. She's usually quite lucid and on top of it. But you notice what's going on here? Jerry's staying the same. He's got one friend who's up and one friend who's down, and now they're flipping roles.
Very similar to the opposite.
Probably one of the reasons why I'm adoring this episode so much.
Excellent point, yeah. You know, that's interesting because last week I said how much I love when Seinfeld parodies itself, and you kind of like it when it turns characters upside down.
Oh, yeah.
Very similar sort of delights, I guess, that we're getting out of these episodes. Anything else from this scene you want to talk about?
There was actually some more material that was cut for this particular scene. It was going to be scripted that Banya was going to show up and approach Jerry and tease him about being bumped for a lizard. But apparently they scrapped that for time. But how we would have got Jackie Childs and Kenny Bania in the same episode. That would have been
My
good.
God, how many guest stars? I'm losing track of.
Make this episode an hour, damn it.
That's crazy. So Kenny was going to be in here too, man.
Hey, Jerry!
And I'm not sure if George is leaving the restaurant at the start of the scene where he's like, I might have picked it up from my cleaning lady. Because he grabs the book in his jacket. I think he's heading to the bathroom. Which makes sense, right? Because he has the book, and we know how much George likes to read in the bathroom.
Well, he probably had a bran muffin, It's entrapment.
Now, I don't know what I was talking about earlier with the Yankee scene. We're about to start one of the best scenes in the entire episode, the whole season here. This is when Jerry's just chilling at home, and Kramer comes in after smoking for, I don't know, the past 3 days or so.
Hey, buddy. Hey, you should come over. Tonight's pipe night.
What happened to your face? It looks like an old catcher's mitt.
Look at that. Face is all craggly. It's crinkly.
It's from all that smoke. You've experienced a lifetime of smoking in 72 hours. What did you expect?
Well, emphysema, birth defects, cancer, but not this. Jerry, my face is my livelihood. Everything I have I owe to this face. It's my allure, my twinkle.
And your teeth are all brown.
Look away, I'm hideous.
So, yes, Matt, you thought the Yankee Studio or Yankee Stadium scene was epic. This here is what sells this episode. It's got everything. It's got makeup. It's got, yellowing of the teeth. It's got bloopers that come out of it. One of the best scenes in all of Seinfeld, but in this episode here, probably the best.
It reminds me, again, going back to the AIDS walk with, hey, Kramer, you in? To,
yes.
What was it recently? Was it the chicken roaster? We talked about another. I'm forgetting them all. Sorry.
I know. There's so many.
It's these scenes that are so funny, but they're elevated even more because of the bloopers that come out of it.
Absolutely. Michael is so flawless in his performance, and it's so good that it just cracks Jerry, and he admittedly cannot get through the scene.
Yeah, so I figured we should play the bloopers, of course, honor the scene, and enjoy.
What happened to your face? It looks like an old catcher's mitt.
What are you talking about? What do you mean?
It's all that's...
Come on. Hey, buddy. Hey, you ought to come over. Tonight's pipe night.
No, thanks.
Come on.
Okay, I'm ready. No thanks.
Well, we got mine.
It's from all that smoke. You've experienced a lifetime of smoking in 72 hours. Well, what did you expect?
Jerry, my face is my livelihood. Everything I have, I owe to my face. My allure, my twinkle. What?
Your teeth are all brown.
No. Look away, I'm hideous.
Now, we've brought up throughout Seincast how Michael would never really break character because he always wanted to focus on the comedy and just didn't feel as maybe relaxed as the other actors, where he could just kind of let loose and enjoy the moment. But on the DVDs, he gives an interview regarding this scene, and I thought it was a real interesting point of view. Here's yet another clip for you to enjoy.
In the Abstinence, where my teeth are all blacked out and everyone's breaking character, we were doing it in front of an audience, and I got concerned after a couple takes, and no one was keeping a straight face, that we were going to lose the audience. So, and I always knew we only had a few passes to get these scenes done, so that's the only reason why I never broke character. Also because you never know what's going to happen, the magic of comedy making. You want to keep it straight. I'd get angry, actually. I'd say, come on, don't. You know, I just felt it was unprofessional. I mean, come on, you know, keep it going. I look back on it. I mean, it was pretty funny. I mean, look at the way I looked.
So I think that's interesting. You know, like that's a legitimate concern. We only have a few chances of getting this right.
Yeah, I think it's sweet how he views it with this mystique, the magic of comedy. And I think he's right. After so many times, the audience won't find it funny because that jolt initially is gone. So I understand why he would get upset about people breaking, but I mean, come on, have fun. It's a funny premise.
Yeah, I'm like somewhere in the middle because I used to be like frustrated with him. I'm like, Michael, you gotta enjoy the show. You look like a jerk, really, by not laughing.
Michael, shut up.
Yeah, and but yeah, at the same time, though, as a performer who's obviously working much harder, I think, than the other actors, or at least he's being harder on himself.
But again, maybe one of the reasons why the show and the actors themselves complement each other so well is because you have those who are goofy, silly. You have Julia and Jerry, and then I think Jason's probably the consummate professional, and then you have Michael, who's like the rigid, let's go.
You cannot blame Jerry for breaking, though, in this scene. I mean, Michael looks so ridiculous.
He cannot not be funny.
Yeah. And apparently this was the first time Jerry saw him in that makeup. It wasn't like, you talked to him behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Michael got the yellow brown teeth and he walked right on stage. So
that's great.
Anywho, next scene, we're in Elaine's apartment and she's sitting on her couch working on a crossword and shouts to Ben in the other room, I need a 4-letter word. Winnie the blank. And from the bedroom, you can hear Ben shout, Pooh!
Pooh.
No, it's Winnie the Pooh.
Oh. Elaine is doing very well at playing stupid, I would say.
Yeah. I thought she'd have like a highlights magazine or something, to really sell it. But yeah, it's a great little moment. As we cut over to George's apartment, another short scene here. He's looking into a microscope.
Here we go again. Genius.
It's so ridiculous. So he's gone from what? Rubik's Cube.
Jeopardy,
Rubik's Cube.
Textbooks.
Yeah, textbooks with absolute zero. Portuguese. Now he's studying something under a microscope.
Quite the Renaissance man, yeah. And if you guys notice, in this shot to the right of the screen, you see the hamster tunnels.
Yeah, it's always sort of been tucked to the side of George's apartment, but he does have hamsters. Very odd. But when he's looking through the microscope, Louise tells him, hey, turns out I don't have mono, and now we can, And George he looks up, conflicted. Now, did you ever realize this before, that Louise's line is, so the hospital called, turns out some stupid intern screwed up my test. I never had mono.
We did learn earlier that the gentleman Elaine is dating is an intern still, Ben the intern.
So is it possible that Ben was the guy?
Oh, it's very possible.
Did you know this before? I didn't pick up on it.
I did, yeah. I thought it was. I feel like this is a shoehorned version of Larry David's patented dovetailing. This works flawlessly and seamlessly the way they have. So I did pick up on it earlier, but it's very much in the the Larry David way to have
everyone's connected,
storylines intersecting. Hey, it's kind of similar to Kramer dating the lab tech who screws up the Giuliani blood sample. Same thing.
Yeah, very similar. Well, next scene we're at Monk's and George realizes that maybe I can serve the world better this way, being smart, compassionate.
You mean not subjecting women to your sexual advances?
Simple joke from a simple man.
I do like that retort.
Yeah. So the guys have the assembly tomorrow, and instead of talking about the Yankees, George has prepared some science experiments that will illuminate the mind and dazzle the eye.
I wrote a 20-minute bit about how homework stinks.
More to come on homework later. Next scene, we're in Jackie's office here, and I'm sort of combining two scenes here so we can get the whole picture.
Oh, my vacation was restful, resplendent, magnificent. In fact, next summer I'm planning on going to Corfu. Oh, no.
Jackie, we gotta talk.
No way, Kramer. You brought me nothing but a mountain of misfortune and humiliation. Now get out.
Jackie, I said out. Jackie, I think I got a case against the tobacco companies.
The who?
The tobacco companies.
I've been wanting a piece of them for years. Did that cigarette warning label mention anything about damage to your appearance?
No, it didn't say anything.
So you were a victim. And now your face is sallow, unattractive, disgusting.
So, Jackie, you think we got a case?
Your face is my case.
And there's the wonderful return of the loquacious Jackie Childs. Restful, splendid, magnificent. Hey, where's he going?
Corfu.
Corfu?
Yeah, it's a Greek island.
Delicious. And then the way Kramer says, I think I got a case against the tobacco companies.
The who?
The tobacco companies.
Why does he say tobacco?
Well, he's caught up in the moment. There's a lawyer trying to boot him out of his office.
And later on, I just love the, everything with Jackie is in threes, right? Delicious, scrumptious, outstanding, shallow, unattractive, disgusting. And it's all visual, but that great back and forth when Jackie's like, your face is my case.
Oh, up and down, nodding, smiling, and they hold on Kramer for just about the right amount of time.
He is a ghoul, man. So scary.
Ghouls.
Little green ghouls.
Little ghouls.
All right, next scene, briefly, we're at an auto shop. And I want to know what you think about this scene. Elaine's watching some tires spin, and as she's watching them, she starts wooing and applauding.
Yay!
And there's this mechanic just watching her with this real unsettled look on his face.
And then she starts oscillating her head on a swivel up and down and around, following this tire.
It's great. I love this. You're getting like a real, I don't know where to bring this up, but it's like that story, Flowers for Algernon, right? Or the movie Charlie, where, the janitor, takes the medication and he gets smarter and smarter, and eventually he knows he's going to lose it and it wears off. I don't know. I'm kind of getting that with George.
Oh, yeah.
And just sort of the reverse here with Elaine. It's just a great story arc for the two characters this week.
Instead of a pill, it's sex or no sex.
Yeah. So next scene, we're in Jerry's apartment. Elaine stops by, unable to cope with her stupidity. So she sidles up next to Jerry on the couch and wonders, you got 11 minutes.
What for? Oh, come on. You notice she twirls her hair?
Yes, I actually did it. You can't see me. But she wants to clear her head. It's got nothing to do with him. He could even read the paper through the whole thing if he wants.
No. It's too weird.
All right. Is Kramer home?
Now, even this, to add to how wonderful this episode is so far, they tease us with even though it's like a thinly veiled tease, but the implication of Jerry and Elaine getting together again, albeit it's Elaine, not being completely cognizant. Mm-hmm. But the season 8, and they're teasing us with this.
Okay, so there's something about Jerry and Elaine almost having sex, which, I don't know, I find that very...
titillating?
Titillating, yeah, great.
Yeah, I know.
But as soon as she mentions Kramer, it feels very dirty for some reason. Doesn't feel right.
Because she's always despised him, even if she settled for George. That would be terrible.
Yeah, what do you think Elaine's... Oh, God. This is horrible.
I don't know if I want to answer this.
I mean, Jerry, obviously, since they have a history, but if you had to choose between Kramer and George...
I think she'd always go for Kramer first, because she just finds George repugnant, and she'd only pay $1 for his services. And, Another deleted bit that I thought was really good, Elaine says, is Kramer home? She picks up the phone and talks into the earpiece. And Jerry says, switch the phone around. So Elaine puts the phone on her other ear, still talking into the earpiece. That's good stuff, man.
Yeah, I like that.
Stephen Corrin, man, he's all right. I'd give him a scholarship.
All right, next scene, we're at Monk's. George is thrilled to talk to Louise about Euclidean geometry, but since they haven't had sex since her misdiagnosis, she just lays it out. George, I need to have sex.
I used to share that same outlook, but now I have so many things to occupy my mind. For instance, the atom.
Goodbye, George. I hate you.
Fascinating turn of events.
And as Louise storms out, the Portuguese waitress pours George some more coffee, and they share a smile.
Sí, por favor.
It might be a little bit more than a smile, but let's cut over to Jackie's office here, and we get a little powwow between Jackie, Kramer, and Mrs. Wilkie.
Miss Wilkie, your tobacco company has turned this beautiful specimen into a horrible, twisted freak.
Who could love me?
I disagree. In fact, I feel Mr. Kramer projects a rugged masculinity.
Rugged? The man's a goblin. He's only been exposed to smoke for 4 days. By the time this case gets to trial, he'll be nothing more than a shrunken head.
All right, Mr. Childs. You'll have our offer by tomorrow. Good day, gentlemen.
Yeah. Bye-bye. Jackie, you did it. We're rich.
Well, you better believe it. Jackie's cashing in on your wretched disfigurement.
The man's a goblin.
Yeah, best line of that clip is the goblin. And then the second best thing I think to take out of it is the exchange that Kramer and Mrs. Wilkie share after she says, I actually find him to have a rugged masculinity. Kramer immediately kind of shifts into his Kavorka mode.
He's
to,
like,
hey, yeah, Machu Picchu.
But what makes it even better is when Jackie's like, he'll be nothing more than a shrunken head. It cuts back to Kramer, and he looks so sad.
Yeah. Kramer once referred to somebody with a shrunken head, remember? And he did a funny noise to follow it.
A guy that's just a head?
Yeah,
I'm not talking about freaks. All right. Let's go to... Right? Are we
yeah,
more to say about that scene?
Do I need to mention Fern?
Fern?
Hey,
Fern.
Remember Fern? Know what I mean, Fern? Fern Fitzgerald plays Miss Wilkie. She was her big claim to fame. She was on regular on Dallas.
Oh, right on.
She's an old actress.
Oh,
sorry. I'm doing Sue Ellen, man. Leave me alone.
Ageist. Let's get over to Elaine's apartment. Great news. Ben passed his exams. He's now a doctor, but unfortunately for Elaine, he wants to break up. And, he always knew that after he became a doctor, he would dump whoever he was with and find someone better. That's the dream of becoming a doctor.
Look it. Are we going to have sex or not?
Love it.
I do. Quite a turn. Ben now shoving Elaine into the garbage to be picked up on the sidewalk.
This is sad, but something about this all makes sense. Like Elaine's motivation, Ben's motivation. Mm-hmm. I buy it all.
Yeah.
But, poor Elaine. I don't know how she's going to get out of this one. Maybe call up Putty or something. He seems like a good backup to have in situations like this.
I think his line's disconnected. Wasn't that a joke on another episode?
Oh, with Putty?
What about Putty? And she's like, I think his phone's disconnected.
Or phone's off the hook or something.
That's it, yeah.
Oh, so the gloves are right there the whole time. That is funny. All right, let's get over to the junior high here one last time. Jerry is ready for this horrible 2-hour assembly when he's waiting for George to arrive.
Jerry, now, when the Glee Club's finished singing, George goes on, then you.
Hey, where have you been? You're on next.
I got lost on the way home.
Got lost? We went to school here for 3 years.
What are these?
Take me to your leader.
Oh, my God. You had sex. You had sex with Louise.
No. With the Portuguese waitress.
The Portuguese waitress?
Calculated my odds of ever getting together with a Portuguese waitress. Mathematically, I had to do it, Jerry.
George,
George, you're on.
Well, I'm not going on.
Then what'd you come down here for?
Tell you about the Portuguese waitress.
It's good to have you back.
One of you has to go on.
All right, I'll do it. Hey, kids. What's the deal with homework? You're not working on your home?
Boo! That's another thing I really like about this episode is the hacky Jerry jokes.
Yes. The more we see Jerry be a real comedian, the better.
Mm-hmm. And what else? I like the George's explanation of, I calculated my odds of getting together with a Portuguese waitress. Mathematically, I had to do it.
I had to do it, Jerry.
Good to have you back. And then, George. Now you can see the change between Genius George and Dumb George with the "Take me to your leader." So good.
Yeah. All right. Next scene, we're in a taxi cab. Jackie and Kramer are riding through Times Square, and Jackie is kind of puzzled since they haven't received an offer from the tobacco company yet. But turns out Mrs. Wilkie called Kramer earlier, and they had a little powwow.
A powwow? Who told you to have a powwow? I didn't tell you to have a powwow.
So Mrs. Wilkie made Kramer an offer, and he took it. There wasn't any money. Instead, Kramer just points out the window and says, "Check it out." And it's a huge billboard of Kramer as the Marlboro Man, on the horse, cowboy hat, smoking a cigarette.
This is the most public yet of my many humiliations.
God, what an ending.
You think he would have learned his lesson from the coffee debacle?
Of course not. So the first time they got together, he settled with no money, just free coffee.
Java World, yeah.
And then what was the second lawsuit?
Sue Ellen the O. Henry.
Oh, Henry Barr, yeah, heiress, when he listened to Stan, the caddy.
Go for the green.
But this one has more in common, I think, with the Java World, right? Where Kramer makes some stupid deal.
Well, Kramer took it upon himself to inflict these negative consequences on him. Mm-hmm. So whether it was spilling the coffee on himself or smoking too many cigars or cigarettes, and now he's trying to get compensated for it, but it blows up in his face.
Mm-hmm. But he's happy though. He loves the free coffee. He loves the billboard.
Yeah, that's true. He's talking a little fast, but he doesn't really notice.
I love that special effect though of the billboard. I think that's just brilliant. It looks so good.
I think if Michael was inclined, he probably could have finagled a deal with Marlboro.
He does have that rugged masculinity about him.
Oh.
Okay. Let's cut over for the final scene here over the credits in Jerry's apartment. Jerry's on the phone with the one and only David Letterman, hearing that his upcoming appearance on The Late Show has been canceled.
Canceled? But I was supposed to be on tomorrow night.
Yeah, but then, some people were telling me about that little flap out there at the junior high school assembly. And before that, you were bumped by a lizard?
It was a monitor.
Those things, deadly dangerous. A long time ago, my uncle and a date are driving through Mexico. They see one on the road, drags him out of the car and chews his face off. Listen, we'll call you if anything opens up. Okay, Jimmy?
Jerry.
Right, Jerry.
Now they got David Letterman on the show. Classic.
Yeah, this is great. He doesn't seem to be the kind of guy to do cameos, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Andy Ackerman pointed out that the only other cameo he had done previously was Mork and Mindy, so that must have been the 70s.
Yeah, early 80s. Jeez.
Yeah, so that's a compliment to Seinfeld that they got David Letterman.
That's back when he had the morning show, I think. He wasn't David Letterman at the time.
Right. But again with the just bringing Jerry down with okay, Jimmy,
Jerry.
It works so well. It's excellent.
I love the rant Letterman goes on where you were bumped by a lizard, and Jerry's like, it was actually a monitor lizard. And he's like, those things deadly dangerous. They see one on the road, drags the guy off the road, chews his face off. It's like, what?
Oh man.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Another fun trivia is how many talk show hosts have appeared as themselves on Seinfeld?
Ooh, let's see. We got Jay Leno, Regis, and Kathy Lee. I was going to say Kelly. That's 3. We got Dave Letterman.
This isn't really a talk show host, but it is someone on a show talking with Jerry.
Oh, Brian Gumbel.
There you go.
Brian Gumball.
Okay.
And there's a mention of Sonia Live, but we don't see her.
Yeah, Charles Grodin.
Oh, yeah. And then there's the news anchors, but that doesn't count.
Yeah, I don't know if those
Talking
count.
about talk show hosts.
I thought there'd
Anybody
be more.
Else? Is Geraldo on there somewhere? Or am I thinking of
He's
another
in the
show?
finale, but he's
Yeah. That counts.
Yeah, I guess, kind of.
Anybody else?
That's all I can think of.
Merv Griffin?
Okay.
Okay.
Let's move on to ratings and reviews.
So, what do you think?
So, Matt, does this episode display a rugged masculinity, or is it nothing more than a goblin?
It's definitely more in the rugged masculinity. I think this is a great episode. When I was taking my notes, I was really laughing, chuckling along, and that doesn't usually happen. We've watched these episodes so many times, and when you're by yourself, you might smile a few times, but I laughed quite a few times. I'm blown away by how many cameos we got this week. Just nuts. Yep. And I really have to applaud Steve Coren for a solid first episode on Seinfeld.
He, like George, hit it out of the park.
Mm-hmm. What about you, though? How do you fall in this episode?
I did not, going into this week, I did not think I was going to like this episode as much as I did. Mm-hmm. But the whole, I'm going to use that word again, subversion of the characters with George becoming a genius and, things kind of going his way. And then Elaine becoming a moron. I just ate it up with a spoon. He's really laughing it up. And Jerry kind of being the middleman once again. So my favorite premise being the opposite, it's kind of a little bit mirrored here. And like you said, all the cameos, a lot of quick cuts, and a lot of great lines. And that blooper with Michael and Jerry in Jerry's apartment with "Look away, I'm idiots." All those reasons make this, I'm going to say, my favorite episode of season 8 to boot.
Really?
To date.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, to date.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
What could you say that's negative? Like Bob Odenkirk, probably his character wasn't as serviced as it could have been, or at least his talents probably could have been used for a better character.
Sure, that happens. That happens a lot on Seinfeld. But you are kind of watching the show for the main,
of course,
main characters. Not the guest stars. But
and this is us picking it apart years, later.
Yeah. What do I not like? I don't really care so much for the Jerry arc.
I know you weren't a huge fan of Katie coming back.
Well, nothing against Katie. I just like her role more in the Diplomats Club. She's sort of that antagonist for Jerry. I really let him have it. I just love that. But yeah, it's hard to pick some of the negatives from this episode.
I don't think there are.
Yeah,
for me.
But so I'm curious, man. It won't go in my top 20. But if this is your favorite episode so far, is it going to crack?
Mm-hmm. I'm looking at my bottom 5. I got the airport, the lip reader, the Jimmy, the Fusilli Jerry, the Rye. Those are phenomenal episodes. So I'd like to watch them again and then watch this one, put them up, have them go head to head. So that's why I would say I would put this at 21 or 20.5. So the big inevitable letdown after me building this up.
This has just been one big tease.
Yeah, exactly. I thought about ousting the Rye, but I love Mrs. Choate too much to get her out of there.
All right, so Vinny, I'm going to put you on an island here in a couple hours. You're going to take these 20 episodes. You're not taking the Abstinence with you?
No, I'll just think about it fondly.
Okay.
And chuckle to myself. I'll replay it in my head because I got the room for that. All right, that's going to do it for us here on Seincast this week. Please send us an email at seincast@gmail.com. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, and you can leave us a voicemail at Coco Bosco if you wish.
Vinny, what episode do we have next week?
We are discussing the 10th episode of Season 8, the Andrea Doria. Oh, also, my fiance died from licking toxic envelopes that I picked out. Thanks again.
But for now, I'm Matt.
I'm Vinny.
Signing off. Seincast is not endorsed by Castle Rock Entertainment, Sony Pictures, or NBC. It is intended for entertainment and information purposes only. Seinfeld, the Seinfeld logo, and all names, pictures, and audio of Seinfeld characters are registered trademarks and/or copyrights of their respective trademark and copyright holders.